the new Tempest Torrent is a one-shot kill machine. If you love DMRs, you are going to absolutely love this weapon. Personally, I'm not too much of a fan of it just because I love the SMGs, but if you want something that's new and very overpowered when you sit back, you are going to love it. So here is the base version of the Tempest. We got a pretty good ADS. It does feel very long, but it is a DMR. Overall, I don't really like the weapon just because it is a semi-automatic, and I'm not the biggest semi-automatic fan. I wish we could make it like full auto and stuff, but overall, I think it's a pretty good DMR. By the way, do you want that Orion camo, but you're just a little bit too busy to grind through all 2,000 camos? If so, you should definitely check out Guapci. Guapci provides weapon leveling services, camo unlock services, challenge unlock services such as the Warzone Nuke, and many more for all the platforms. So the only unique attachment on this weapon is if you go over to the barrel and you want to throw in the Chroma LRS, this is going to build in a suppressor and increase the overall firepower of the weapon, but it does hurt the mobility a lot. You guys can see the ADS is way slower, overall movement speed a little bit slower. I found that when you run this, it really doesn't help the weapon that much. I prefer to not run this barrel. Maybe in the future, if a lot of people like this gun, I will give you guys a setup with the barrel, but overall, I really recommend you guys to just not really run a barrel on the gun. You don't really need to increase that damage range. That being said, we do need to increase the overall mobility, so we're going to go over to the rear grip where you're going to add the X10 grip. If you're not the most aggressive player, then I would run the support CP90 grip. This is going to make it so when the enemies shoot at you, your screen isn't going to shake as much, making it a lot easier to kill them, although it is going to hurt the mobility. And since I'm a very aggressive player, I'm going to be throwing on the X10 grip. If you want a little bit more mobility and you don't mind having more cons, throw on the Phantom grip. And for the tuning on here, just furthermore increase the mobility. The recoil steadiness, this is going to reduce the horizontal recoil on the weapon, which this is a DMR, so you're not going to notice that horizontal, and so I don't really recommend increasing that on the DMRs. Next up, you guys want to go over to the muzzle. This is going to severely reduce the vertical, like the initial vertical recoil on the weapon, making it a lot easier to land that second shot, which this weapon is a 1 to 3 shot kill, and so it's very helpful to reduce the initial recoil on the weapon. And then you want to go over to the tuning, bring up the overall mobility of the weapon. I know I just said recoil stabilization doesn't matter, but there is a little bit of horizontal, and if we're going to increase the horizontal recoil control, I'm going to do that on the muzzle. And for that bottom bar, that gun kick control is going to be your vertical recoil control, which is the main reason we are running this muzzle. Next up, the iron sights aren't the best. You guys can see they're a little bit wonky. You might like them, so I'll give you a variation, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and go over to the optic and throw on the Chrono Mini Pro. Another very good optic is going to be the Slimline Pro. And say you want to run a scope on the weapon, the one that I prefer is going to be the Forged Hack Delta 4. This is a pretty good zoom, but it's not going to be like too zoomed, but like I said before, I'm going to run the Chrono Mini Pro. And then for the tuning, just increase the farness or keep it at 0. The farther you make it away, the more FOV you have and less visual recoil, but the targets are going to be a little bit small, and so that's just, you gotta pick your poison. Next up, we are going to increase the overall stability of the weapon. We got a lot of recoil control, we got pretty good mobility. Now let's reduce the idle sway, and a great way to do so is to go over to the underbarrel and add the Shark Fin 90, and then we are going to tune it for a little bit more recoil control, which that tuning is going to be more so on the recoil stabilization and the aiming idle stability. One thing I did notice is that it seems like they adjusted the tuning to make it more on a linear scale. Typically you'll get like the most amount of recoil stabilization around here rather than if you were to max that out, but now it seems like a lot of the attachments, you actually do get the most amount of that value when you do increase the bar, which is what I prefer. It just makes the tuning less complicated. Next up, this is going to be a personal preference thing. I said before, you don't really need a barrel. You can go ahead and add a laser. The laser I recommend is going to be the OLE. This is going to severely increase the mobility and really eliminate that sway. And for the tuning, just increase the overall mobility. Again, whenever you have the option to increase your sprint of fire, make sure you do that. That is a very crucial aspect of the weapon. What you guys can also do is take off the laser, and then you can do what I'm doing in the gameplay, is going over to the ammo, and I'm going to throw on the overpressured rounds. This is going to make it so the enemy's screen shakes and jumps a lot when you are hitting them with the shots, and since this weapon typically is a 2 to 3 shot kill, when you do land that first shot, it is going to be a lot easier to land the second shot. If you hit the head, it's going to be a 1-shot kill, so then it doesn't really matter, but for all the other engagements, this is going to help. Which then for the tuning, just increase the damage range and the bullet velocity, increase the overall firepower of the weapon. If you do want to run the armor piercing rounds or the high velocity, I would tune it in the same way. The next best one in my opinion is going to be the armor piercing. Say you don't want to run the overpressured rounds, and by the way, usually if you add the overpressured rounds, you do have some cons, but it seems like they took that away. It could just be a visual bug. Like I was saying though, if you don't want to run the armor piercing rounds, one thing I did really want to add is a stock on the weapon, but for some reason mine is locked. Let me know down in the comments if yours is locked too. I don't know why it's locked, because because in custom games it works, but in the public matches it does not work. Say they would allow me to add a stock, I would take off the armor piercing and I would add the demo pride stock. I was gonna add the ravage, but I don't like how we're losing recoil control and it makes it really hard to land that second or third shot off when you get to medium and long range. So overall, the demo fade pro is gonna be the best one, and then I can tune it for you guys what like the best tuning would be. The tuning should be universal, like you would use this tuning for all the other stocks in the game, and so you want to increase the ADS and the aim walking speed. What you guys can also do is go over to the magazine, although you don't really need it unless you're on shipping or playing Warzone. Then I would add the 50 round drum mag. I the 30, you don't really need more than 20 bullets with the DMR. Also, there is a guard attachment, although I don't really recommend you guys to run it, and so the guards that we have is the Torrent, which increases the overall mobility and hip walk. Dude, I keep burping. With this though, we are losing flinch resistance. We got this one, increases recoil control, which this is probably the best one, but we are losing ADS speed and I don't really care for that. And lastly, we got the Torrent tag guard, which just increases overall mobility. Pretty much, I would stay away from the guards. With all that said, that's gonna wrap it up for my personal favorite setup for the weapon. Obviously, as time goes on, it is gonna evolve and I might swap out things, but this is gonna be a very good starting portion. Let's get into the MGB gameplay. Okay, ladies and gents, when we got the brand new map, overall, I don't really like it, but maybe my opinion will change as time goes on. Just seems like I always die from like weird areas, or it's kind of like I'm playing in a maze, but that could just be because I don't really know the map and the enemies don't really know the map, so everyone's just kind of running around brainlessly. Let's see if we can get a nuke though. Okay, so we got a man pushing B. Oh, B flag in a really weird spot. I don't know why B is so close to A. Like, who thought of that? Okay, you know, I think we can get a nuke in this lobby, boys. I think we can get the nuke. I've not got a... Oh, shit. I've not got a nuke with this weapon yet, but I've only played a few games with it. I just got it maxed out and started recording. Okay, so it looks like they're spawning on top C. Take out that man. If someone hits you with this gun, you're kind of done. Like, I find that there's so much slip. I said the same thing twice. Found that there's a lot of flinch on the gun. Or maybe it's just because it's a DMR, so it just feels like, you know, there's more flinch. This is a crazy spawn. They all spawn right down here, so if you're ever in this area and you see an enemy spawn there, just keep looking down there. The enemies are probably going to continue to spawn down there. Oh, we got a helo already? Okay, I'll take it. Little man going on a flank trying to mix up the spawns. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Come on. Yeah, I get headshotted. One shot. That is one thing that I really like about the DMRs, is that they're so satisfying when you get that one shot kill. The straight headshots. Oh, we got people in the pool. Whoa, what did I just do? Did I just get 3 kills? Okay, I'll take it. Advanced UAV. Now we actually know where these enemies are going to be pushing from. That's going to be very, very helpful in here. Oh my days, I can't believe I got those kills. I should have died a whole day ago. Okay, so we got man coming up from the top and down here. Oh no, I think he turned around. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, see how they're still spawning down there? Except for they come from up here though too, which is a little bit sketchy. So it's like you don't just want to hold this angle. You have the advance. Okay. Okay, enemies, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. You're wasting my time. You're wasting my time. Was my game lagging? The hell is that? I saw a big skip. A big skip scrap on my screen. He's pushing C. Take this man out. I don't think his boyfriend knows I'm coming up behind him. No, the advanced UAV is gone. We sold so hard with that advanced. I honestly thought they were going to continue to push through there so I can just get tons of kills. And with the DMR, you gotta kind of like sit back. You don't really just want to rush up all the time. Come on. We're on the 20. Let's keep this up. I really like playing these columns. Oh, supposedly this is in the rank play playlist, like in the map rotation. I don't know if I believe that. I gotta see with my own eyes, but that'd be, I don't know how I feel about that. I think the pros kind of choose what's in the rotation, what's not in the rotation. So if they think it should be in there, you know, it should probably be in the rotation. Very sad about the cast off 762. It like makes sense that they took it out, but I love having variety in the rank play, and it does feel way more bland now. Now everyone really uses the TAC 56 and PASNEV only. Dude, where did these guys go? Why is it always when I'm this close to the nuke, the enemies just start playing weird and they start like picking their butts in the spawn? You guys scared of a fish nuking you? Dude, he's not even moving. Oh my god, I thought he was a mannequin, low-key. Dude, where are they at? Like, I know it's a new map. but like you gotta move around. Thank you so much, teammate. I love you for that. The enemy's securing Charlie, so they're top left for sure. Yeah, they could be spawning in that room. 25. Let's go. Oh my god, no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna sit back a little bit and just ensure this nuke. I'm just gonna play back what happened last time on the game before this. Here, we can honestly loop back into their spawn. I've never played like this for a nuke. See what I mean? Like, what the f? Dude, it was so annoying. I was like, really? Really? You just did that? Should we go back to the same place that we died? Oh my god! Hey, we only have 6 shots? What is this? What is this nonsense?
Dropping ammo here. Changing mag.
Friendly UAV on station. We're taking Bravo.
We're taking Bravo, okay. So the enemy should be pushing up, right? They should be wanting to take this back. Let's go on a big flank. Just to eliminate where we can be shot from. Always push yourself like against the wall and things. Then you don't really have to worry about being flanked as much. Although these enemies forgot to use their controller. There we go. Oh, my game is lagging. It's stuttering a little bit. You see that? And there's the motherfucking MGB. Let's go, boys. On the new map. Totally not my 5th try going for this nuke. Let's freaking go. Let's see if we can get double. Now it doesn't really matter if we die, so I can just have fun, run around. And then I think later today I'm going to be bringing out like a top 5 best class setups for ranked play. Damn it! This map, I feel like we need at least 8v8. This better be in the 10v10 rotation because this map it feels very, very big.
That's what she said.
I think we can get one more nuke. Sorry, it's not like a crazy high kill game. It's just on this map, you don't really find anybody. Maybe it feels like 8v8, you'd find more people, but 6v6, I'm just running around the map, hoping to find someone. And then I just find an AFK mannequin who randomly grabs his controller after staying in there for 2 minutes and kills me. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you guys can see the kill feed. If I can get like a 5 on or something right now. Okay, you guys can see right there. The kill feed now has about 6 names in there, so it's like a regular kill feed now. We're finally going back to traditional Call of Duty slowly, and then they'll just revert everything in the next Call of Duty. When you're at long range, don't spam it too crazy. Did my guy just whistle after hitting that shot? Oh! Wow, he didn't whistle for that one. Just make sure you don't rush too much with this weapon. A lot of you guys play like me where you're just super aggressive and just like to run. I have EOD on. I mean, Bomb Squad. What is the point of Bomb Squad if it doesn't work? You know what? I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore. I'm going to drop a little MGB on them. Go back here, get nice little scenic shots. I just got back from a snowboarding trip. I pretty much stayed in a place like this. I stayed actually in that room, and I went snowboarding up there. Pretty fun. Don't know how I didn't break a leg or anything. I did fuck up my knee. It's been hurting for a while. No, move! You're gonna kill the vibe of the MGB. No. Oh, the UAVs, you call them in so quick. You know what? Get nuked. Eat that shit. Easy nukes. Get nuked, motherfuckers. Those enemies were so bad. How did they get a veto? Does that mean my teammates were worse? 43 and 6. Let's go.